You know what I mean? Loving themselves and knowing that no matter what the situation is, that you're going to love you first. And I think a lot of the issues that we have in society is that we're not first. How can I love you if I don't love me? How can I nurture you if I don't nurture me? How can I give you all of me and I'm not giving all of me to myself? You get what I'm saying? So I think
Right.
sometimes people are on that fence a little bit to where they're just struggling because they don't know any better, I guess, per se. I mean, would
That's what
that
I'm
be a good
saying.
term?
It comes into where you just putting on a facade for image or whatever. You got to say I don't know what I want, so you can be aware, be cautious of everything. Since you don't know what you want, don't know what you need, you won't be falling in no damn traps. If you don't know what if you walk into a field and you know it's traps out there, but you don't know where they at, you gonna tiptoe a little bit better if as long as you know. That don't mean you ain't gonna fall in one, but odds are you may miss it
I get it.
if you know a little bit better.
I get it.
Stuff don't change until
Yeah.
you recognize that it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if me, I don't date a dude who like to get loud because my mama yelled at me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what you want to
That
call
part.
it,
That part.
but I don't do that
That
yelling.
part.
After my mama yelled, she got a belt, and I don't want to have to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain stuff from people's backgrounds, have them however they are, but you got to know what that is in order for you to recognize it when it pop up. Be like, I know this nigga ain't no good. This must be because my daddy wasn't around. I have to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the situation is, recognize your past so you can avoid those mistakes. Folks don't want to admit they stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard
So
to admit stuff.
yeah, I totally get it. And, I just think people struggle, you know what I mean, with some of their own issues. I mean, I've struggled in my past with some of my own issues, but there becomes a growth period of
I'm
growing and
first,
saying, okay, you
like, I'm first hand talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to do it too. And then that's when it was like, oh, maybe if I stop caring about what they doing so much and worry about myself a little bit, they always come back.
that Yes, yes. So with that being said, Tiff, so, just some topics like that, we did talk about it earlier, like just kind of, going into the real life of people. I know we're real people. I mean, people tend to kind of forget that, we live in a world of real people that have real issues, that go through real things. And I think a lot of times people are in silos. People are like, okay, the first thing we hear people say, don't go out putting your business on Facebook. And then if you call your friend and tell her about your business, it's like you don't know who else is going to know your business. So it gets to a point to where is that safe place for you to kind of be able to, you know, how can I say it? Where is that place you can be able to be yourself? You know what I mean? Where is that place you can be able to understand that, what works for you and what works for me may not work for someone else. You know what I mean? They're more sheltered. Like, I'm outgoing. I'm telling you, I'm going to be honest. And just to give people a spill, there was a time in my life to where I wouldn't tell people about themselves. I would not, sister. I would not tell people about themselves. But as I've gotten older, I'm at a point now, and I realize, like, I'm no longer timid on letting people know, like, okay, why are you acting that way, or why are you being that way? And I don't want that energy in my life. I don't want you coming into my world, dragging me down, bringing me down. I can help you and I can give you advice, but only to a certain extent, because at some point you're going to drain my energy. So I'm trying to reserve my energy because I need my energy for all these other great different things that I got going on in my own personal life. So I think I wanted Sister Talk to be an environment where you can come in and have a safe environment, but also understand you're not going to grow if no one tell you the truth about you. You're not going to grow if a person like Tiffany don't say, hey, you 5 years and you still doing what in 5 years? So I'm hoping Sister Talk can be that open forum where people can come in, and we are going to get to a point to where you guys can call in and be more anonymous, not saying that you don't want to be known or whatnot. We want you to call in with your real issues, and we want to be able to, yes, come in with your real issues, open up and be honest with it. I was looking at TV the other day, and they had the suicide line online, and I was sitting here thinking, like, who wants to commit suicide? I don't want to commit suicide, but I don't know what the next person's going through. You get what I'm saying, Tiff?
See, that's
You get
exactly
me,
what
sister?
I'm saying. Our perspectives, some people, when they say the world is about to end, it's stuff that has happened in people's individual lives that feel like their world ended when that event occurred. So to say it all as a whole that the world is about to end, we can't always generalize stuff, because some stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's different. Everybody goes through different levels of how they grieve. I may not be so bothered because whatever happened when it happened, you know what I'm saying? But other people are so sad about it. It's just a difference, you know?
Yeah. And someone had mentioned, like, it also has a lot to do with your surrounding and who you're surrounding yourself with. I tend to want to surround myself with positive people. I'm not that person that need a whole bunch of people in my world, because having a bunch of people in my world means to me, I got to now give a bunch of time to these individuals. I'm built. So if I'm being empathetic and to be caring, that means now I got to put that energy into these individuals that I want to be around me. So I'm starting to get to a point, and I recommend other people do it too. Be very selective on the people that you let around you, because when you let people around you, either they're going to bring something into your life or they're going to take away. And most of us don't want anything taken away, because we already barely dealing with what we have. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, when I look at it, I think this should also be a forum, and just so everyone to know, this is kind of like our introduction, our first, before we go into topics, before we start talking about things. But I just want people to be comfortable of knowing that this is going to be a real place. It's going to be real advice. It's going to be real type of, you know, things that are being said within this forum, because in order to help people, you have to be real. I'm so blessed to have people around me that are real. They're going to keep it real. If I call you and I say, hey, today is blah, blah, blah. I had a friend tell me, you talk too much. You don't listen. They didn't know how we was going to work this show out, Tiff, because they said, we listen. And guess what? If someone tell me I don't listen, okay, you tripping. You tripping. I be listening. Sometimes I don't want to hear what they got to say, but I'm listening. You get what I'm saying? There's a difference. I don't want to hear what you got to say, so I'm not listening. But guess what? If 3 people tell me I'm not listening, I'm going to pull back. And then I might can consider I need to, kind of work on my listening skills. So, yeah. But back at you, Tiffany. What do you think this forum it's going to be?
I mean, personally, for me, my whole life, the way you say that I'm outspoken and stuff like that, my whole life
I love it.
Quiet.
Love it.
But I'm just saying, my whole life I was quiet. I was one of those children who didn't say anything. You wouldn't know I was there. I observed things. I just watched stuff all day long. I watched the in and outs. I watched the lies. Like, you can see lies. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he ain't got no answer for that. Watch, he finna walk over there. Like, you can see lives unfold. Like, I've seen it all. So now that I'm older, and I don't really feel like, hey, nobody's really feeding me or anything like that. So I can just not even care. Like, y'all need to know these things, because I've been seeing them for the last 38 years since I've been like looking. It's a whole lot of stuff going on that y'all don't even do. People got to stop being in their own bubble and actually see and feel the world around them. You can feel, just like you can feel the rain about to come in. You can feel energies. You can see the wind. So if you don't think that there's energy out here flowing in the air, so it's really, really important to put as much positive energy in the air, because you don't know what energy you giving out and what you gonna end up because of the stank ass person that's 2 streets over who woke up messed up and put that stank ass energy in the air. Now the whole neighborhood got a little bit of stank ass attitude as they go out into the world, because you the contaminated motherfucker with your negative, excuse me, with your negative energy. Yeah. All right, now. You bet. You go.
No,
ahead.
I get it.
My ramblings take me into a whole nother vocabulary.
It's okay. No. But that goes back to what I'm trying to say, Tiff. I think this is good because, you know, there's different types of people. There's people keeping it real, and there's people like me that's a little bit more on the border. But after a while, it takes about 3 times for me to say, okay, enough is enough. At the third point, once I get to that third point, then I'm going to just start talking crazy. But that first and second one, I'm just like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Then the third one, like, okay, I'm done. So it's the balance of our personalities. I think that's going to probably make this work, because for me, as I'm sitting here thinking about it, it's just so many different topics I'm excited to be thinking about, even talking about, you know what I mean? And yeah. And so I'm getting excited to be ready to talk about those topics. So you guys, just so you know, every Thursday we're going to come here. We're going to go live. We're not expecting. We're just really here trying to be open and to allow people to come into our world and with their issues and not feel judged. So if you guys are interested, we're going to ask that you share this live with your friends. We did send out something the other day, a little advertisement. If you could share that with your friends, your family, and this is for you to be able to vent. You know, it's so how when I'm on Facebook and I try to get on there I just randomly go through there. But when I am on Facebook, I see all these different little clips, right? And I'd be like, wow, I think that way. Or wow, that's a deep clip, because like someone did a clip the other day, like they were saying something, but it was so on time. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that you can send clips out like that, but at the same time, people need to get things off their chest. So I'm excited about Sister Talk. I'm very excited about Sister Talk, you guys. I don't stick to anything, but I'm going to force Tiffany, and Tiffany's going to force me. We had a conversation the other day, and it was so funny because Tiffany's like, I will lie to myself. Go ahead and tell me that part, too.
Yeah.
You remember?
I mean, I have issues sometimes, like putting things off to the last minute as far as dealing with myself. I'm such a helper. If I commit myself to doing anything, or I tell I'm going to do something, then I must do it. I may procrastinate at times, but I'm not a liar, okay? So if I put myself on a schedule and I tell more than myself, I'm going to do it. Okay, so that's the hook. Now you guys know, every Thursday, my sister and I are going to be having a conversation. It may not be as formal as tonight was. And, you know, tonight was not even that formal. So stay tuned. I'm super excited. Go ahead and get ready.
I'm excited. Yes, I'm excited as well. So just to give you guys a I think we have a delay. Can you hear me? Sorry.
This video will be available on Sister Talk YouTube as well. Bye-bye from Tiffany. For now.
And we also want to give a shout out to those guys that came in and did the comments, Jesse, Tracy, Sophia, whoever's out here. I'm still trying to toggle between looking at the comments and actually being live. We're going to get that part together. But thank you guys tonight. And just to do a recap on what we just talked about, just to kind of sum it up, the sessions that we will be having here on Thursday will be containing and pertaining to love, pertaining to your career, pertaining to your into just open dialogue, healing, like healing. We need healing and overcoming your storms. I mean, every day is not a storm for us, but we all know we go through our storms. There's so much going on right now. There's so much I want to talk about. There's so much Tiffany want to talk about. So we want to have you guys join into our conversation and talk about some of these things as we just try to get through life and have some sisterhood. And also, men, you're not, I mean, this isn't just for women. We might have some men that want to come in here and talk about their situation. And although we're wrapping it up, you know, Tiffany said it's something about your tone, how you talk to people, and you know, men want to be talked to right. You know, maybe we can talk about that one day and just have our men come in and
Exactly.
invite our men into
without telling him he ain't nothing. It's way you say stuff, the way your mannerisms, body language, all of that plays into the whole conversation. Yeah, one day we're gonna talk about it. Okay, go ahead, Andrea. I'm sorry.
Because I'm trying to learn from that one, Tiffany, because I be snapping around here. But guess what? You told me that the other day, and I'm telling you, for 2 days I did not snap at all. I said, no, change your approach, and that's what I did. So thank you for that, sister. So you guys, thank you so much. We appreciate it. You will get some more advertisements from us. We're not expecting a group of people, but we are expecting to be consistent with our sister talk. And until the next time, did you want to say anything, Tiffany? I'm good.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you guys for tuning in.